The Russian President Vladimir Putin has arrived in North Korea for a two-day summit. It's his first visit in 24 years.
What happens when two of the world's most powerful and feared rulers decide to link up? World peace or world domination? Vladimir Putin of Russia recently paid a visit to Kim Jong-un in North Korea, and let's just say, these guys are up to no good. Although the visit signifies a healthy relationship between Russia and North Korea, it also leads to a question. What is the motivation behind this new lovey-dovey relationship? While some people believe that things like trade and non-harmful military cooperation are bringing the countries closer, others say that both countries don't really care about each other's well-being, but are currently united because they have one common enemy, the United States of America. But you see, Putin's trip reciprocates one Kim made a year prior, when the North Korean leader traveled in his armored train to Russia's far eastern region for a visit that included stops at a factory that produces weapons. But hey, this is Kim we are talking about here. It's not like he's gonna make stops at the opera or candy shop. But before we get into the video fully, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe and turn your notifications on. You don't want to miss any of our content. So back to it. The thing is, Russia and North Korea go way back, as far back as the Cold War. After the First World War, the Korean peninsula was divided. We had North and South Korea. But North Korea chose the path of communism, and because of that, earned the love and respect of the Soviet Union, now Russia. Joseph Stalin, the then ruler of the Soviet Union, gave North Korea sufficient economic and military support during the Cold War. With this support, North Korea was able to survive during the Korean War in 1950 to 1953. However, the relationship between both nations started taking a negative turn when Kim Il-sung violently purged pro-Soviet and pro-Chinese factions within the North's leadership to consolidate his power. The Soviet Union reduced its aid but did not cut it off until the end of the Cold War. But their relationship got a lot worse with the collapse of the Soviet Union in the 1990s. This collapse deprived North Korea of its main economic and security benefactor. The post-communist government in Moscow, led by President Boris Yeltsin, showed very little interest in supporting North Korea with continued aid and subsidized trade. To make matters worse, he focused on building ties with South Korea. North Korea was now in a bad position, but things started changing for the better in 2000 when Vladimir Putin came in. Putin showed that he had a soft spot for North Korea as he started mending the relationship between both countries. Putin visited Pyongyang in July of that year to meet with Kim Jong-il, the second-generation North Korean leader. The both leaders had a common enemy, the US, and its missile defense plans. Putin's trip to Pyongyang showed Russia's intention to work to restore its traditional domains of influence as the divergence between Moscow and the West over key security issues grow. But the visit wasn't just one-sided. In subsequent years, 2001 to 2002, Kim Jong-il visited Russia for a couple of meetings. But just when everyone thought Russia and North Korea were in a good place in their relationship, Russia once again turned its back on North Korea. So back to the hot topic, Putin's recent visit to North Korea. During Russian President Vladimir Putin's historic visit to North Korea in June 2024, he and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un signed a partnership agreement that confirms the growing alliance between the two countries. The agreement outlines expanded cooperation in areas like defense and trade. The agreements that were signed showed their shared geopolitical interests in opposition to the West. It's pretty obvious that these nations are out for the United States and the West generally. Both countries have faced sanctions and pressure from the United States and its allies, and now have found a common ground, or should I say, a common enemy. And now, they have the burning desire to challenge the global order led by the one and only United States. Looking at the agreements, the Mutual Defense Pact is a key part of it. This pact is a pledge that both countries will, without any consideration or time wasting, come to the aid of the other country by providing military and any other form of assistance to each other if either goes into war due to armed invasion from an individual or multiple states. The Mutual Defense Treaty is seen as a major catalyst in the military cooperation between Russia and North Korea. It shows a massive improvement of the security relationship between the two countries and could lead to increased military coordination. This new development is, however, raising concerns from different parts of the world, from military cooperation to weapon transfer. there is a high possibility of undermining regional stability and international sanctions on North Korea. Russia and North Korea have been accused of engaging in arms transfers between each other, with North Korea in the forefront of this accusation for providing Russia with ballistic missiles and munitions for use in the war in Ukraine. There are fears that this could include the transfer of advanced Russian weapons technology to North Korea, or even the establishment of joint military projects. And on the part of the United States and the whole Western world, this is not looking good. As the Russia and North Korea relationship strengthens, international organizations know that they need to closely monitor the developments and take action to address any potential threats to peace and security. We already know that the Korean axis is already a pressure point, with North Korea tirelessly working on its nuclear program and missile tests, thus posing a major security challenge for the region. North Korea now having the backing of Russia will only make the situation worse, as we expect North Korea to now confidently take bolder moves. This can lead to increased tensions with South Korea, Japan, and the United States. But not just that. Any weapons transfers from Russia to North Korea would likely violate international sanctions on North Korea, which have been in place for years in an effort to curb the country's nuclear program. The deepening Russia-North Korea alliance could undermine these sanctions and make it more difficult for the international community to pressure North Korea to abandon its nuclear ambitions. And that is all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. Before you leave, I want to know what you think about the alliance. Is it bad news for the Western world, or it isn't something to be worried about? Let me know what you think in the comments section, and don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Have a great day.